Okay, let's get that banner out of there. Well, actually, you know what I'm gonna do first is well, hello. First, tell you hello. Second, let's get the music stop playing first. Oh, okay, discombobulated again. See, that's what happens when I'm wrestling with technology as we go live. Alrighty. Yeah, I can hear myself now. Okay. First, what I want to do is go ahead and go and share screen to show you the giveaway tool. And I've got it prepped up because I have faith in you all. I have faith. One of these days, we're going to have people out there that write hashtag peeps in the comments so we can actually do a giveaway. And that's what this looks like. And so when I say we're collecting comments now, anytime anybody does that now on either the Facebook or the YouTube side of things, uh, it will collect those, and if there's more than two, it'll help us do a drawing. So we still have to test this out, but I'm ever hopeful. So I'm going to remove this right now, and we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled broadcast, which is we're looking at Orson Scott card today. I'm going to make myself smaller over here. Oops. And we're going to take that banner off because at this point it's a distraction. There we go. And bring up the comments because who knows? Somebody might come knocking at our door today. And here we go, right here. Every person is defined by the communities she belongs to. Well, kind of cool that it's a she instead of the expected he, right? The default he. And is anybody out there an Orson Scott Card fan? And we have any sci-fi folks out there? I've read a few of his books. Interesting concept. I can't say that, I mean, his writing style is really, really terrific, obviously, and he's very successful. So if you're a big fan, no shame in that. Claim that. When I say I have reservations about everything. If you hadn't noticed yet, that's kind of how I look at things. It's I want to look at all the. It doesn't mean that I don't like or approve of something. It's just I want to get in there and dig around to see what parts I agree with, what parts I don't, and that's not an indication of how good or bad I think the other person is or their thought is. It's just a matter of I want to try it on myself to see how it fits. And part of that is it's a self-discovery, right? That's that two-way conversation that I'm having. I'm having a two-way conversation at least with Orson Scott Card and whoever is going to come on this live video, right? So at least we can do that. There's an invitation. Orson Scott Card, if you're out there, jump on in and make a comment and tell me what you really thought when you wrote this. Every person is defined by the communities she belongs to. And really that's quite true now, isn't it? And what does that mean? And how much are we how much are we really involved, right? And what I mean about that is how much of it is personal agency here in America. In America, we really like to think that everything we do, we are self-made. We come with these weird myths of being self-made. A man is an island unto himself, and we don't necessarily take into full accountability what our milieu is, what community we belong to, how that informs how we act, how that gives us privileges, and how that also constricts our movements because we belong to this other group, which has got its own agenda, which may be ours, but there's a certain amount of social conformity that you need to address in some way or another if you're going to belong to the community. And we can't not belong to a community. We can try, but it doesn't work. When we really look at it, when we really get down to the nitty-gritty of the brass tacks of things, we belong to all sorts of groups. And we can pretend it doesn't happen, but I don't think that's where I don't think those kind of that kind of pretense is where is going to help us find agency. It I think we have to look hard at what we're doing and how we're relating to other folks in order to find where it is we can act and act in a way that is in alignment with our own beliefs and our own systems. This also segments into what I've been doing all week, which is, and really for the last 2 months, I thought I was launching this. I thought I was launching all these things in at the end of February, and end of January into the beginning of February with the Chicory Chix again, relaunching that. But what I discovered was that I belong to all these communities, right? I belong to all these communities that have some overlap to them. I mean, I'm in all of them. But the community the audiences that I'm trying to address, they're distinct audiences. And I want to make sure that my branding is telling them it's not a clickbait, or uh, it's not a false promise that when you land on these different channels, you're going to get these different things. It's an expectation that I want to send out, an expectation that I intend uh, to fulfill, right? That's what I'm trying to do here. I am also going to now switch from Orson Scott Card to uh, another of my. You've seen this before, probably, if you've seen some of my other videos. This is this is kind of it's a slide, so it's got 3 different screenshots of things that related to the initial page that I started this on, and had totally different branding, had even totally different names, because you can change your YouTube videos name and direction every 14 days. They allow you to do that because a lot of times you can think things, but until you do things, you really don't know. And I'm still trying to know, and Google is still trying to get to know who I am as I'm trying to figure out how I want to present this in a way that an audience can feel comfortable in being community in each of these channels, right? So when I was trying to, when somebody was asking me, oh, well, what are your six channels about? And I thought, well, I've got the main channel, and that was kind of like the catch-all. In fact, that's what I've got there, but it's been honed this week. So what I've got is this channel, Chicory Chix, is fiction. For nonfiction, I've got the Words at Work, right? For the Driftless Minnesota, which is what it says there, is actually Wake Up Winona. And that is going to be a morning show that is going to get me connected to the community, and the community connected to me and each other. I'm very looking forward to that one. That's got a lot of energy behind it. I'm looking forward to all of these channels, actually. Kazemi Connections is the reason why I'm on YouTube, is because some astrologer friends of mine told me 2-3 years ago, why aren't you? You should be on YouTube. I think I have to figure out how I want to be on YouTube in the astrology realm, because there's plenty of other people doing things in astrology on YouTube. And it's got to sit right with me, right? I've got to figure out who I want to be so I can attract the people I want to be in conversation with on that one. So that one is my toe in the water. that's the one that I'm really kind of being super critical before I do too much with, just because. Now, when it comes to the Oswego Files, that again is something that I want to be very careful for. I'm going to be doing the trailer to that today. So then that's going to show up on all the channels. If you go down to all the channels, you'll see that I've got each of these. It says Eliata Media Family, and you can direct link to all. We will be, after today, all 6 of the channels down there, because I'll do the trailer for Oswego Files. And I'm going to be going a little bit over today, but it's important. Oswego Files, what you should expect there is like a Christmas card. You know, those Christmas newsletters, the newsletters that you stick in a Christmas card. it's gonna be about my family's adventures and what was going on in, Kendall County, Illinois for my mom's tenure as a high school teacher. But it's not gonna be as, there are things that we're not gonna cover there. If you want the juicy behind the scenes whatever, go to Startlingly True because that's more of my memoir piece. It's gonna be a vlog, so you're gonna see what I'm doing today, but you're also gonna be seeing, because it's who I am today is informed by what happened to me, and what happened to me was not always things that are presented in the Oswego files, right? Uh, it's going to be dealing with what's real and what's real right now. One of the things that's real right now, and let me get up close and personal because I think uh, the video that I am going to be doing today on the vlog, dropping today, is going to have a thing that says trauma warning, right? Because we all have trauma. I'm going to address something that's going to be blatantly obvious to anybody who's been watching my videos. I have to have dental surgery, like major oral surgery. There's a story behind that, and that's what that blog is about. But that also deals with trauma. So, right when we started to go out live with this, these are things that I've been dealing with for the dental issue started in 1978. It was a trauma, right? But things have been going on with it to why when I start doing these videos, what happens? But one of my teeth, I have a tooth that's broken off. It's not something that can be fixed. I've been trying to get it fixed for over 10 years. And to do the whole thing, I got to do the whole thing. So that's the nutshell of it. So if you're wondering, like, looking at me sideways, I know it's a big thing. It's a lot bigger than you think. It's what you're seeing is the tip of the iceberg. And if you want to know the full story behind that, later today, it'll be over there, but it will have a trauma warning. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. So again, sorry about going over, and we will see you tomorrow. Nobody came, so we don't have a drawing. It will happen. It will happen. It takes us 8 months or so to get this thing going. That's okay. It's okay. We're in it for the long haul. And you guys have a blessed day.